Derek England again. This is life. Let's talk. I want to talk to you about the some interesting thing. I think it's interesting. It's a personality test. I don't know how many of y'all have actually done personality tests, but I think they are really interesting and very helpful for people. Let me just break it down to you why. All right. I think personality tests can be used to help build oneself up, to understand yourself, to understand others, the people you love, the people you work with, just the people you're around. Okay? And I say that because if you can understand yourself, your strengths, your weaknesses, you can come to terms with the type of person you are. And you can identify those areas and realize that maybe you're weak in circumstance A. And then circumstance A happens, and you understand I'm not going to be as good at this as others. And you say you work with people, and you're tasked with getting certain things done. If you know your team is comprised of 16 different personality tests, because that's how many there are, then you can really try to make a unit that is cohesive in that everybody has their part. Everybody's searching for their parts. Everybody wants to be useful. People want to feel like when they are at work or even in a relationship that the people they're with, they understand them. Puts them in the best circumstances as possible. I do not believe that you can make your weaknesses your strength. That's my own opinion. But I do believe you can strengthen your weaknesses. Okay? And that's awesome. It's awesome when you can realize that is a thing. And so I went about this process when I was about to hit my 10-year mark in the Navy. And I didn't really quite know what I wanted to do with myself, so I started looking around and trying to figure out a few things, and I came upon the Meyers-Briggs personality test. I did not take the official one. I don't have a certificate or anything like that, or endorsement, as you should say, but I do have a working brain, and I really think if you really think about it, study it, and look at it, it does make a lot of sense. It's very logical in how they've made it up. All right. So there's 16 personality types out there. You might have some traits of other personalities, but you're going to be dominant in one particular personality. And after you do the personality test, it's kind of long, but it's not too crazy long. It's enough to really get a good amount of information to make the conclusion of whatever type you are. I'm an INTP. It will really help you self-analyze yourself. And I try to have as many people do it as I can that I work with. My wife has done it. My oldest daughter has done it. And a lot of my coworkers have done it. And what you find is it piqued my interest a whole lot. Maybe it's my personality type, right? If you really take a good glance at it and read and do some research on your type, you'll find it's really scary. It's really, really scary on how accurate it is on you. And I mean that when I say that it was literally like somebody was writing a book about my life, like they've been behind me on a little notepad writing all the little things that I do. And very interesting, and it's very interesting, and it's got me into a thought process that if there are 16 personality types and I fit wholeheartedly in one of them, and sure I fit a few spots here or there, but in general, this is me. This is totally me. It got me thinking, what do people in this personality type What type of work do they do that make them happy, content? We're all searching for that job that doesn't feel like a job. We're searching for those relationships, those things in life that just feel natural. And that's why when you were in school, you might have had some teachers, everything they said, you got it, you understood. It didn't matter what the subject was. They were just the right personality type to teach you. And in general, there's about 2 to 3 types of personalities that teach. And that is my firm belief why a lot of students don't do well in school is because they just don't have the right personality type teaching them. It's basically like a lifelong Charlie Brown episode, that sound. I'm pretty sure that's what it sounds like to them, to those particular students. And I really do believe there are really good kids and really good students that just are not in the proper educational environment for themselves. And it's not their fault, it's not the teacher's fault, it's just how their systems are made. But knowing that, we can hopefully forge forward with some different ideas to make a better education system to help suit that better. And maybe that'll be a video later. My thought process on how to change the educational system. But personality test. So what you can do is do some research on how people like you think, the jobs, the careers, the degrees that they go into, the college type of degrees that would fit with those particular career fields. And then you can really narrow down the type of things you might want to consider looking into. And most likely when you look at the jobs that these types are good at, you might see that maybe those actually are the jobs I probably would like, and those particular things. For me, the military is actually one of the absolute worst for my type, and I completely see why. But knowing it is that I have weaknesses, military is really good at helping me strengthen those weaknesses, especially when I was a recruiter. When I was a recruiter, we had different ways to try to make ourselves better at our weaknesses, and I think they did too much on some aspects and didn't really focus actually on your strengths. They just want to make your weaknesses better. Didn't really work on your strengths because you're good at that supposedly, right? But that's fine. That's what they want to do. That's what they want to do, right? But yes, Meyers-Brig 16personalitytypes.com is what I used. I think I've looked at another one. There's actually an official one you can do, get a certificate and all that stuff. And to me, it's just the marriage of trying to find the best fit for you in life in general, and that goes to your relationships, to your careers, and so forth. For what I understand, there are a whole lot of Fortune 500 companies that are implementing career trait, personality type things to help realign how they hire people. And wouldn't it be awesome if you went to go work for somebody and in the hiring process you had your personality type test done, or you already knew your results, and then you inputted it into the system, and then it brought you a particular set of jobs that the company's looking for, that they're in need of. Because if you can understand the 16 different types, then you can really truly make your company great, or your relationships great. That way you put people in the correct positions, because pieces of paper can show that you went to school. Awesome. You did well enough in school to pass a test. But that doesn't show who you are truly as a person. You got references, and references in general, the reason you put that person down is because you know they're going to give you a good reference. So how trustworthy are those truly? I don't know. But if you had an actual personality test done, you could actually put people in the right positions, and it would benefit both the individual and the company, because you would want to work there. You want to do things. It wouldn't feel as if it was as much a job as it was just something you want to do, which I think is ultimately what we're all searching for. And so, highly recommend you do it. I'm going to put a link on here, right below here. And please feel free to subscribe. That button's right here. And watch another video right here, please. Like, comment, share. And if you have any ideas of something you might want me to talk about, or maybe a subject to broach, go ahead and let me know. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye.